guys, it's your girl HeyParis here, and I sat down, I thought about it, I slept on it, and I decided that I didn't want to tell this story. I didn't want to talk about it any further. I was just gonna leave it alone. But then something happened very recently where I'm like, I need to tell this story. It needs to be on the internet because it needs to be documented. If anything happens to me, the police know who to investigate, because this is getting weird. Shit is getting weird, and I need to just put this out there and go about my life and pray for the best, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you are lost, then you need to go watch my last video called How I Escaped My Narcissist. So watch that video, come back, it will all make sense. If you watch this video and don't watch that one, you're not gonna get the full story. It's not going to make sense to you, and a lot of crucial details are going to be missing. Before we get to the video, I want to share with you guys a service that I use personally to get my readings. It's Purple Garden, and it's today's sponsor. Purple Garden connects you with astrology advisors, tarot readers, and psychics. They're there to help enlighten you, inspire you, and empower you. They're all vetted and voted for by people like you. All you have to do is create an account, and you'll be able to connect with hundreds of advisors who are online right now. So whether it's about your love life, your friendships, your career, or if you just want clarity or help making a decision in life, I highly recommend Purple Garden. Purple Garden even offers palm readings, angel insight, oracle guidance, and dream analysis. You'll be able to choose whichever advisor best fits your needs, and you could text them, call them, or my favorite, video chat them. Like just recently, I had a reading with one of my advisors. I asked them about a strained relationship I have, and they advised me to cut it off. And I feel so much more at peace, and I'm so happy with that decision. And one thing I really like about Purple Garden is that each advisor is able to introduce themselves to you with a recorded brief video message explaining their expertise, their experience, and their history, which makes choosing an advisor a lot easier. And as a new Purple Garden customer, you will get your first deposit of $10 matched using my promo code on the screen right here. So click the link, sign up, and get some clarity. Thank you so much, Purple Garden, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so along with everything that happened in the last video, another thing that I didn't mention that she would constantly do is basically blame me for every single negative thing that's happening in her life. Like a year ago, she called me, she was crying, and for some odd reason, this was my fault. Listen to this, listen to how insane this sounds. Her and her mom have a very strained relationship, okay? And she tends to overshare, so I know a lot of the arguments and fights they have. She calls me crying, her and her mom are arguing, her mom hates her, blah, 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 blah. And it goes from her being sad and like looking for comfort from her friend, which obviously any of my friends could come to me and talk to me about the problems they're having with whoever they're having those problems with. But it went from that to, you know what? It's actually your fault. You're the reason all this is happening. And I'm on the other line like, what are you talking about? What did I do? I don't even know your mom's like that. Like, what do you, huh? She proceeds to say, and before I even tell you guys, can I just say I've been to her house a total of maybe 4 times. I could count how many times I've been to her house on one hand. And I don't know how y'all were raised, but I'm gonna tell you how I was raised as a Caribbean offspring, okay? I was raised to always respect my elders no matter what. And a part of that in Caribbean culture is calling my friends' moms, mom. It might be weird to some people who are not Caribbean. That's just how I was raised. I don't call my friend's mom Mrs. Johnson or Loretta. I just say mom. And I was raised to be polite. So I'm gonna say yes, no, thank you, you're welcome, pardon me, excuse. Like that's just a normal, that's not normal. I would think that's normal, I don't know. But to her, she basically went on to say, why would you call my mom mom? She only has one daughter. So you going out of your way to call her mom, obviously that's leaving space for her to compare us. And now she wishes that you were her daughter. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And why are you talking as if your mother is your man's? I don't want your mama, I got my own moms. Thank you very much. She goes on to say, you're being so polite, you're being so nice. For what reason? What did she ever do to you for you to be so nice to her? Can I also stop the story right here, right now, and point out that the time that she's talking about where I was being polite to her mom was like over 2 years ago. What does that have to do with the argument that you and her are having right here, right now? I'm gonna wait for you to answer that. Like, that's just one example of how she would blame everything that's going wrong in her life on me. So random, so incorrect, so crazy, literally insane. And a lot of you guys are trying to point out that you think she has BPD. Let me just say, I know someone in my real life who has BPD, and I do not think their mannerisms are anything alike. So I'm not gonna sit on the internet and try to diagnose someone with something, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And at the end of the day, I'm just telling my side of the story, me as a victim of this person. I 100% consider myself a victim, 100%, especially with what happened a few days ago. Anyways, so a few months ago, I'm like, I'm in the happiest stage of my life. I cannot sit down here and have this person control my life. I'm just gonna, anytime she talks to me, anything, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. I don't care. So every time I would say I'm busy, obviously I'm not busy. I'm running my errands, I'm doing my chores, I'm doing what I gotta do. So the first time this happened, she asked me to follow her somewhere. I don't even remember where. And I was like, I can't, I'm busy. And I went about my day. My day consisted of running a few errands, grocery shopping, washing my car, etc., okay? So why am I washing my car one day after I told her that I can't follow her wherever? Washing my car one day, handheld car wash, not a drive-through car wash. Turn around, I see a red Volkswagen that looks just like hers. Can't quite see who's inside. But I keep going about my business because in my head, I'm like, there'd be absolutely no reason for her to be at this car wash when there's a car wash right beside her house that is also handheld. That wouldn't make sense. Why would you drive 15 minutes this way when there's a car wash right there? Left my brain, didn't think about it, continued washing. I'm done, I'm about to hop in my car and I hear my name. It's her. She wanna try and page me. I thought you were busy. I thought that you were busy. What, so you're busy but you're cleaning your car? You're not my nigga. You're not my nigga. Don't ever think you could page me if you're not my nigga. Don't do it. Like, you're not that important for me to be explaining anything to you, but if you insist, washing my car is way more important than going wherever you ask me to go. And that's what she said. She's like, that's more important than coming with me to blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And this happened multiple times. So car wash, Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like a CVS, a pharmacy store, the grocery store, Costco. You don't even have a membership, bitch. You couldn't even cash out if you wanted to. What are you doing in Costco if you don't have a membership? What are you buying? And mind you, these are all stores that are really close to my house. So that's why I'm here. What are you doing here? There's so many other options for you on your neck of the woods. I was suspicious. I'm like, why? Like, how are we always bumping into each other when I tell you I'm busy and I flop on you? Every time I tell you I can't do something with you, you end up at the exact same place that I'm at to try and be like, what are you doing here? So like, what do you, like, it's giving abusive boyfriend. It's giving stalker. It's giving, I'm being watched on the low. Like, I don't even know. And then one day I got this notification on my phone and I'm like, what? What do you mean? Immediately, I go in my car. I'm ripping off the floorboard. I'm looking under the ceiling, like literally ripping the I can never say this word. Upholstery? I don't know. I don't even know if that goes for cars. But like, I'm tearing stuff down, looking through everything, under my wheel, under the hood of my car. Like, I saw places of my car that I should have never saw. Like, only a technician, only a mechanic should have saw those parts of my car. Like, I was up and down all around inside my car looking for this thing. At this point, I'm thinking it's an AirTag. I've never gotten an AirTag notification in my life, so that's what I'm assuming. It must be an AirTag. Somebody put an AirTag in my car, and immediately I'm thinking it's her because you keep popping up, and then I get this notification popping up. Like, what's going on? And when I try to disable it and find the device, I get this message. So in my head, I'm thinking like, this must be like an AliExpress tracker or something where Apple can't even detect it for me to find out where it is or how to deactivate it. I found a straw under my seat, under my passenger seat. It was a regular straw. I assumed it must have some kind of tiny chip in it or something. Threw the straw away thinking that was it. Got the notification again 2 days later. Nothing at all in my car, nothing. So one day me and Cam, we decided to go to the gym. At this point, debating, should I go to the police? Like, you know, like make them figure it out. Maybe they have a device where they can find it or something like that. I was debating on it, thinking about it, whatever. But throughout my debation, I was going to the gym. So I pulled to the gym, I grabbed my AirPods, and the first place I always go when I get to the gym is the treadmill. So put my AirPods in. Before I put them in, I looked at them and they were like unusually, look at the face, look at my face, unusually dirty. Like earwax, like, sometimes I just have to do that to clear my system. But I'm like, oh, maybe I just didn't realized last time. Clean it out, put it in, bop, right? Play my music. My music's playing out loud. I'm like, why isn't it connecting? Like, what's going on? Okay, let me disconnect the device and reconnect it again. Why on the detectable devices around you, Bluetooth, whatever, why does it say her name, AirPods? I said, that's strange, because I always put my AirPods right here on the side of my car. These have to be my AirPods. My AirPods are not in a case. They're just white, regular. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, maybe it picked up her device from a time I was around her, even though I haven't seen her in person since the last time she bucked up into me, right? I click my AirPods, it's not connecting, not connecting, not connecting, not connecting. So I just click hers. It connects. These aren't my AirPods. These AirPods don't belong to me. What's going on? Why would I ever have your AirPods in my possession? What? Immediately turned off. I don't want to go to the gym anymore. I don't want to work out. And why would I want to work out? Why would I want to work out? Not only am I creeped out, but I also put your earwax in my ear. Like, ew, what? So at this point, I realized that this girl took my AirPods, stole my AirPods, and replace them with hers so that she can know my location at all times, because you can track where your AirPods are through the Find My app. That is how this girl was figuring out where I was this entire time. And that was my breaking point. That was it. That was my breaking point. I called her. I'm like, bro, give me my AirPods, and I know you've been tracking me. You're giving weird, you're giving creepo, you're giving stalker. Like, enough is enough, I'm done. And again, like I said in the other videos, of course, immediately the threats. Oh, I can't live like this, nobody likes me, I'm just gonna go walk by the train track and hopefully faith will, like, all of it. And at this point, I'm like, all I can do is pray for you. Like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to no one, but I cannot let this control my life. I'm gonna pray for you like I do, like I did, and like I'll continue to do, and hope that God sees it through with you. But I can't let these threats take over my life. It's not happening. Done. And like I said in the last video, I started to act like her to get rid of her, and that helped for like a month or two. But then recently, I'm outside watering the grass. You know, it's getting hot outside. I'm watering the grass in the evening time, and I see her car drive by. 100% her. You don't know anyone in this neighborhood, number one, and number two, you're not supposed to know where I live. Nobody knows where I live. My new address, nobody knows where I live. But obviously, with the AirPods in my car, if you just check the location of your AirPods at 3 a.m., you're gonna know exactly where I live. And that has prompted me to reach out to the police, which I hate to do, and request a restraining order. That's the only thing I can do at this point. I blocked her on everything, and I don't plan on reaching out to her to be like, I saw you drive by my house. No, restrainingorder.com/you'll be served soon, and you'll figure it out from there. It's weird. It's weird. It's giving you're in love with me. It's giving weird. It's giving obsessed. It's giving Lifetime movie. It's giving Netflix documentary, and I don't want to be the star of it. Okay, so with that being said, a restraining order will be filed, and I feel at peace, and that's all that matters. I can sleep good at night knowing that I'm not a weirdo. So with that being said, I know you're watching this. I'm gonna pray for you. That's all I can do for you, baby. That's all. Let me not call you baby, because the way you be acting, I don't want you. Anyways, make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. All that jazz is in the description box down below for your convenience. Make sure you follow my TikTok. I'm active on there. I have 2 TikToks, Mrs. PereaseMars and HeyParis. Check them both out. Let me know your thoughts. What would you do if you're in my situation? I'm literally posting this for forever evidence. Evidence? Forever evidence? What is that? What happened to my voice? I don't know. For forever evidence. That's the purpose of this upload. So until next time, I'll see you guys on the flip side. I haven't said it in a long time. Peace.